Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back again today on what do we got? Wednesday. Always got to look at the watch. Anyway, Wednesday today, Hump Day. Said I'd be back on Hump Day, and this is some Loud Thumbs news with Nick, and I'm Nick, and we're gonna chit chat about some stuff today, all the way from Final Fantasy to some big Nintendo numbers, all the way down into some PlayStation betas, and we're gonna get right into the news. And the first thing we're gonna start talking about, we got to do it. Got to chat about it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's out, demo now available. You guys can check it out anytime you want on your PS5. Go download that sucker. I'm sure if you're watching, you've already done that. I have to not do that. I have not finished Remake 1, okay? So I can't do the Rebirth. And I'm enjoying what I've been playing so far of 7. I will have to say it's a little bit of a slow roll to start for me. All full disclosure, never played 7 before, so the remake is my first forte into the Final Fantasy VII story. I'm enjoying it. I am. I just want to get to the good stuff, right? And just like everybody else. And we're going to talk about Rebirth real quick, though. I'm not spoiling too much for myself or anybody out there who's checked it out already. But this is being very well received, I'll put it that way. Gorgeous are a lot of the words being thrown around. Stunning, amazing music. Gameplay has been fleshed out more, much more cinematic. I don't know how you can do that. It's already cinematic. Still has some of the DNA that people wanted to get away from with, it sounds like just reading and listening to a lot of it. There's still a lot of like slow gameplay moments in the beginning that could suffice as a cutscene and be much easier to just push through, kind of adding a little length to the game, maybe padding that number, who knows. But Midgard looks amazing. There's all new sections to get out there and play in, and everybody's back to play around again with all of us. We have Cloud, Tifa, Barrett, Aerith, and Red 13. They're all back, and new additions there, being able to play with them. There's the synergy mechanic, which I'm very interested to see how that works. That looks like it could be pretty cool. The battle mechanics are back as well. They've been really sped up from what I've read about and what they're mentioning here on the VGC article. But it's just more Rebirth, just cleaner, way more action-packed from everything I can see here. I'm excited to check it out. I really want to get in there and play it. You do get some free downloadable content that will transfer over from your save file if you play the demo. So don't forget to go do that, because that's kind of a cool deal. Apparently a very big summon that will give straight to you, just given to you. You don't have to try. You just play the demo and that's it. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. It does look super fun. It looks absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot happening in the trailer that I'm not sure I understand, because I have not finished the first one, but I'm sure I will by the time the end of this month happens. I have about 3 weeks, and my goal is to finish 7 Remake before the end of the month. Also going to try and finish Intergrade in there as well, so I'm going to try. But hit me in the comments below. What do you guys think down there? How hyped are you for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? It is a doozy, no doubt about it. It's a monster game, and it's going to take over March. Like, it's just going to be insane what we're going to see happening from that game. It's going to be exciting. Moving on, we're going to chat about some Nintendo numbers. Man, oh man, does that Switch just not slow down. They flipped the Switch a long time ago, and they just left it on. And look at these numbers. The Switch hardware is up to 139.36 million units sold. 1.2 billion with a B, people. Billion, not million, billion units of software. That's just absolutely crazy. And they kind of compare it here to that you see to the DS. The DS still has numbers. They're still out there. 75 million hardware sold and 391 million units of software. Nintendo, they don't know how to fail, man. Right now, they do not know how to fail. It's absolutely insane, the numbers that they're pumping out. And top 5 their games, just so you guys know, We're going to start at number 5. From last year, or from grand total, I should say, Mario Odyssey is at 27.65 million. Zelda Breath of the Wild is 31.61 million. Smash Bros. Ultimate, 33.67 million. Animal Crossing New Horizons, 44.79 million. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 60.58 million copies sold. That's awesome. Like, that is almost half the amount of people who have a Switch have Mario Kart, which is an amazing attachment rate. Usually you do not get that. So that is super cool. Nintendo knows how to Nintendo, man. They are geniuses at this stuff. Like, they've got it figured out. Let's see if they screw up the formula. Hopefully they don't, but they've figured out a formula right now. I feel like they've got a pretty long wave they can ride. The Switch has some long legs, and then Switch 2, whatever they call it, whenever it comes out, I feel like can just get another pair of legs and keep running. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes from there. But those are some giant numbers from a console that has been out about 7 years now, which is pretty cool. And we're going to keep talking Nintendo's. We're going to swap over here and talk about some Super Mario RPG, the remake. Okay, this guy has already surpassed the original's numbers and sales. So we have the original Super Mario RPG managed to make 2.1 million units worldwide, is what they ended up selling throughout its entire run. That was from start to finish. So far, the Nintendo's Q3 report for fiscal year of 2024, so far we know that Super Mario RPG on the Switch has sold 3.14 million units. 1 million more units, and it's been out less than 2 months. That's insane. I think it's right at the 7 week mark. That just goes to show they know what they're doing. Like, they ramped up, they held these things, and then they just threw them all out at us at one time. And they knew we were going to bite. They knew. We're fish to worms, right? You know, come on. Absolutely crazy. Super cool. Again, Nintendo, they do. Nintendo, you know. They're making money, and they're happy over there. No doubt. No doubt. Let's move on here. We're going to talk about some little bit of exciting news coming from PlayStation over there. The beta's coming out now shortly, so tune in for that, and I'll let you know as soon as it does release. I'm going to talk about some of the things that are coming out here because I don't believe this was stated as it's actually out yet. But we're going to go through this together here. But they're talking here about this is over on the PlayStation blog, by the way. You guys can check it out. It is limited access right now. It's an invite-only sort of deal in select countries. They will be opening it up to more further, they do mention. So if you guys are trying to get into it, look into that on the blog and see what you can do about getting into the beta tests early. I tried. Still not in it yet. Really like to be, though. But a few things they're doing here. The DualSense wireless controller built-in microphone and speaker audio enhancements are one of them. So that's kind of neat. They have updated the device software of the DualSense Edge and the DualSense wireless controllers to improve their sound features. Controller speaker enhancements. The controller speaker can now produce higher volume sound, allowing you to hear in-game sounds and voice chat more clearly. Improved noise canceling. Thank you for this, by the way, because there's a lot of people that play and leave this mic on, and you just hear everything in the background. It's nuts. The mic input quality of these controllers has been improved, courtesy of a new AI machine from a learning model they've built. Background noise from button presses and game audio are suppressed, resulting in a better voice chat experience. Installing this new software beta and update the controller device. Install the system software beta and update the controller device software to enjoy enhancements, clarity, and voice chat audio when the controller mic is being used. It says with this update, you may feel that sounds coming from your controller speaker may sound louder. You can adjust the controller speaker from the control center. Share screen interactions, they're getting updated. Viewers can move a pointer around, send a ping, or draw a line on the share screen, allowing them to highlight certain objects or areas to help guide other players more accurately, which is kind of a cool thing. You're helping your kids, from across wherever, or you're just messing with your buddies. That's cool. Viewers can send emojis based on reactions to the host screen and visually encouraged to celebrate. The gameplay actions, also kind of neat, kind of silly, kind of quirky. Don't know if I'll use it. It's kind of neat though. It says, note this feature is available by default, but can be turned off by the host in the sharing settings. Both the host and the viewer must be participating in the beta to use the feature during the beta period. So be aware of that. Adjust brightness of the PS5 power indicator. So we all know what that is. It's right there on the front of our consoles, as you can see there on the image. But yeah, you can now adjust that power indicator. You can go into settings and systems, and then there's beep and light that you can select, which they did change the beep to where you can get rid of that. Looks like it has dim, medium, and bright, which bright is standard, so you guys can adjust that if you would like as well. And that looks to be what they're adding for now in the beta. So not a ton of stuff in the beta, but you know what? It's a fair amount of things. They're still supporting that console, and I think they should continue to support that console for quite some time because it's a good console. Very good. I like my PS5. It's playing some Final Fantasy right now. Sitting right over there waiting for me to play later. That's right. So let's move on here. We're going to wrap it up at the end here. We got a tweet that I'm going to post up and show you guys. So this was actually retweeted by Wario64. And it says, Disney is investing $1.5 billion for a stake in Epic Games. The media giant will work with Fortnite Studio to create new games and an entertainment universe where consumers can play, watch, shop, and engage with content, characters, and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and more. Our exciting new relationship with Epic Games will bring together Disney's beloved brands and franchises with the hugely popular Fortnite in a transformational new game and entertainment universe. This was stated by Bob Iger. Now he's the big guy over there at Disney, so he's pulling all the change, making all the decisions. But this was stated. This actually just dropped not too long before I sat down here to do news tonight. So it's interesting. Like there's a lot of speculation. Chatted with the Discord a little bit today about this after it dropped. I had a little bit of time before I sat down. Because I think this broke about 45 minutes to an hour ago or something like that. What is this? What does this mean? I'm kind of speculating myself that this is something they're going to do that was kind of like PlayStation Home. If any of you guys remember that, go Google it. Go Google. Do the Google thing and check out PlayStation Home. Because that was just like a virtual like world, but it was your house on PlayStation. And you just go there and do... you could play pool or you could go sit down and play old school video games and talk with people and, mingle. It was like multiple people in the world. And then you could go up into your house and do other things and invite other players into your house and stuff. It seems like there's some kind of an MMO sort of setup they're thinking here. I think of it, let's just think of a better example for everybody out there that's not familiar with PlayStation Home. GTA 5, okay? You have an apartment in GTA 5. You have a whole world in GTA 5. 60, 30 some people or whatever can get in it and play, right? 16, I think maybe actually. And that's what I think this is. I think that's some kind of an MMO. We're going to build a world. Everybody can go to this world and then they can walk into a store and they can look at Disney, material or, content as they put it. So yeah, like in a Fortnite sort of goofy thing, like you can dress up and look stupid or whatever, and you can just go in and play a game with someone, go into like a lobby and play games, that kind of thing, or you can go into a store and see something, or you can walk into a movie theater and watch Disney Plus. Who knows? I think that's step one, is like figuring that out first. And then I see this being like some kind of a VR push. Because we now have, we know all these young ones, right? All the younglings, these whippersnappers, they are all, VR is huge. They love VR. My son, 14, loves VR. Thinks it's amazing. But they got to get them involved too. And they got to have a niche, and they got to have another thing to kind of like allow those younger ones to be more interested, right? I think they should still keep something, for myself, just grab a controller and go in and check them out. But that's what it seems like. And then there's some sort of, I mean, $1.5 billion is a lot of money. I mean, it's not the 70 billion that we just had with Xbox and Activision, but 1.5 billion is a lot. And Disney's not making a lot of money right now. Their movies are doing pretty bad. They're not really making games. They have Dreamlight Valley, which did okay. And Disney Plus is like just leaking money like crazy. And they just keep raising the prices of everything. So I don't know what they're going to do here. How are they going to compensate for this 1.5 billion in games other than microtransaction like crazy, or every time you want to log in, it's, $1.99 or something. Who knows? But I could go for hours on this one. I thought it was interesting. I wanted to put it at the end of the show here because I didn't know how long I would want to talk about it. But it's one of those like great ideas, but I think's going to fumble. Like this could be like the first try and then somebody else will like really smooth it out and it'll be a big deal. But I mean, Epic and Disney coming together, that's a big deal. That's two very big companies that all things accounted for are very good at what they do. Disney's been not doing great at what they do for a while, but with Bob Iger back, he's making moves. Clearly, we can see it. But what are they going to do? You guys have to let me know what your thoughts are because I'm super curious. Hit in the comments and let me know what you think they're going to do. But I definitely feel like it's going to be some kind of a virtual reality, like open world sort of situation where you can go in and pick to go to places. I'm probably giving them a little bit too much credit. It's probably literally going to be like just squares on a screen that you're going to click on that thing and go watch a movie. But it's all brought to you by Epic or something. And there's like advertising and stuff in there for Fortnite and everything else they do. But if they're going to make a video game, because it says Fortnite, they're going to transformational new games and entertainment universe. So, I mean, they're pluralizing that. So what kind of games, how many games, and what's this entertainment universe? Is this like I'm talking, like it's an MMO that you can pay a monthly fee to be part of? And when you pay that monthly fee, like say, WoW, you go in and you spend, say you spend $30 a month and you get these Disney games like a Game Pass situation, and you get some epic money given to you for every month or something, right, from Fortnite, and you get access to Disney Plus, and you do it all through this one outlet, right, through this one thing. You get Hulu involved in there too or something, right? There's so many things. And this digital world we're living in, who knows what all of it's going to come down to being, but I kind of feel like it's going to be something along the lines of, oh, just click a box and go, but giving them a little more credit where credit's due maybe. I feel like they're going to do something where you can actually play something with a controller and go from there. But again, I don't know. Speculation can be fun, right? It's the old rumor runway. Where do we go from here? What games will be made? And I'm sure there's people out there who have better ideas than me. But that's it. That's it for me. That's it for news. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Remember, if you're watching for the first time, if you like the video, if you dislike the video, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down. Comment below. Biggest thing you can do for me is share. Share. I'm a small channel, just getting my feet ready to fly. Haven't started running yet, though. But yes, share as much as you could, please, with any of your video game friends. And be sure to follow, right? Hit that button so you can see when I go live. Chat is always open, ready to chat with all of you guys in the news. I know I only knock this out for like a 20-minute period every day, but still like to get some chat going. That'd be awesome. And until next time, remember, controllers need exercise too. Keep those thumbs loud.